Hello and welcome to Our Irish Life. So today is day 3 of our trip to Wales. We are staying in Cardiff today in our beautiful Airbnb that you can see behind me that I gave a tour of yesterday. So today we are going to go to like an interactive museum called Techniquest. I've no idea what it's like, but I'm sure it'll be great. And then we'll be back in the afternoon for the two boys to go to the final of the rugby match. And myself and Isla are going to go for a bit of a wander around, and then we have a lovely little activity planned together later on this evening which we'll take you along for. So let's get going and see what we get up to. So we made the short drive over to Techniquest. It's like an interactive museum. The whole reason we booked this is because we do not have anything similar to this in Ireland, so we thought it'd be nice to experience it. It really surpassed all our expectations. It was absolutely amazing. You could easily spend the whole day here. We only had the morning, but if we were to come again, we would definitely spend the full day because there is so much to do. With this cool machine here, you could pick elements from the periodic table and mix them together to make new things and see what you ended up with.
Calcium. What else you can put in, carbon or oxygen?
What did you make?
Burnt lime.
Ooh.
This station here allowed you to see crystals melting and reforming using the little microscope there.
So let's see. So work out what makes it bloom. Press the button. That's it. So what's happening?
The flower is blooming.
Yeah, but why is it blooming? Do you know why the metal's moving the way it is?
Because shine makes it bad.
Yeah, but you know the heat from the bulb is what would make that metal bend and turn it off, and it'll start shrinking again then because it's cooling down. Isn't that cool?
So this super cool exhibit here allowed you to make your own fireworks display. So you could pick the colour you wanted it to be, what sort of pattern you wanted it to make, and how long it would go on for. Then when you were all finished, it would display what your fireworks display would look like on the screen in front of you. It was amazing.
Go. Yeah, and then drag a pattern to the other ones. Choose your loudness.
Oh, she's making a fire. You want to go? Click it first and then put your fireworks, Ella.
Ooh, my god.
That's cool, isn't it? Oh, that one went quick.
Oh, yeah. Woo. That is deadly.
You want to try this one?
This one was like a simulation for a chemical reactor, so you could pop all the bits in, adjust the temperature and see exactly how it worked.
It says it'll tell you on the screen how to balance the temperature. Oh, show me again. Oh, that is amazing. One single water drop. Amazing. Okay. Yeah, you'll be fine. So, electrocardiogram. Take a seat and relax and try not to move a muscle. he's perfectly normal now.
This setup here would let you sit down and time you to see how long you can hold your own body weight for. Both the kids did really well and found it super fun. They also had a really cool slide that you could climb up the stairs and go down as well, just for an extra bit of fun.
Woo! Huh? Okay, that's okay. Wipe them off and try again.
Apologies for all the background noise. I think everybody was just as excited and enthusiastic as we were, so you can definitely hear that in the noise from the people all around us.
Wild. You've held yourself for 1 minute 33 seconds. Wow, that is amazing.
This absolutely giant set
Yeah.
of teeth here was very popular with everybody, so we had to wait a little while before we got a turn. It is a great interactive way for kids to learn what the different teeth are called, so we had lots of fun with
Is it like
that.
brushing its teeth or something?
Premolar. Premolar. Molar.
This setup here was like an exercise bicycle where you could pick a healthy or unhealthy food to
Go
see
on,
how
why not?
many
Burn off the
calories were in
asparagus.
it and how long it would take you to burn it off using the exercise bike. It's very educational, really well laid out, and it just shows you how much quicker and how much more healthy food you can have as to the equivalent in a not so healthy food, and how long it may take you to burn off all those calories just even from one slice of pizza. So very educational.
I think comes next then. What other shapes are there? Oh, a kidney, yeah. You can put in the kidney. Make sure it's on the right side now. It matches the shape. Well done. And the other one? Yeah, turn it. That's it. Lovely. Wow, look at that. Dock worker. Shape. Woo. Yeah, that's it. Same way you did before.
This floating ball thing was definitely one of
Wow,
our
what's that
favourite parts.
doing?
It's so mesmerising, and we just kept pretending like we were
Whoa.
wizards and making the ball float, which was so much fun.
That is so cool.
This screen was also amazing. You would stand there and just see what would turn up. It would vary from like dinosaurs to whales to leopards. It was so cool to just stand there and watch it.
Ah, dinosaur! Oh, look at the fish, Isla. Oh. Wow, look at that. Oh, here comes the leopard, is it?
The aim of this was to try and stand those little round things up so that they would roll and just keep spinning around, but it was a little bit difficult to get the hang of it, but still had lots of fun.
Hi,
The sound of this instantly reminds me of dance mode in Bluey. Not sure if that's just me, but that's what popped into my head the second I heard it.
Oh, and the ball goes up the top. Do it again. Pull it up, let it drop. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Push down, Rian, yeah. That is so cool. Try again, push down. Oh. Wow. Woo. Now let go. Woohoo. Doesn't it look cool? Woohoo! Oh, okay, show me. Oh, not quite. Try again. Woo! Amazing. You ready? Okay, go for it. Yeah, I'm going up. Yeah. Woo! Oh, that was cool. Woo!
This was another one of our favourite parts of the museum. So cool.
Press it yet? Woo! That is so cool.
You had to press and hold on to the button until the air balloon had built up enough hot air and see how far it would make it up towards the ceiling. At this point we had seen and done so much already. It is honestly one of the best places we have ever visited. We paid for parking and only got about 2 hours, thinking that we would not be here for long, but we had to go and renew it because we had so many fun things to try out and we weren't even done yet. This tube here going along near the ceiling literally had leaf cutter ants going through it. They had 2 colonies set up so that the leaf cutter ants could travel through this tube to get from one to the other and bring their leaves with them. It was amazing to see how they worked, how much they could carry and how many of them there were. It did give me the itchies a little bit, but it was amazing too.
So you get to feel what earthquakes are like for people who experience them.
This was an earthquake simulator machine, so you could pick what magnitude earthquake you wanted to feel. It would go all the way up to a 9.2, I think was the highest. And oh my goodness, it is actually scary how much the ground shakes. It's very interesting to see, but I can't imagine what it's like for people who have to go through that sort of thing and experience it. It must be very scary.
7.8. Jeez. We're gonna get shook out there. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh, we can't even talk properly. Try talk.
We of course had to try out the slide. It was super speedy. Isla and Rian almost went flying off the end.
Yeah? You're hungry? Okay. We'll figure something out now. Woo! Wow! Oh my god!
This was the hurricane simulator, so to let you feel exactly what strong winds like that feel like, but in a safer environment, similar to the earthquake machine. I cannot imagine what it's like to experience something like that in real life.
Are you shaking, Rian? Woo!
This one here showed you just how powerful vacuum power can be. So if you held the little buttons on the bars where Isla's sitting, it would lift you up into the air.
Whoa, Rian.
We finished up at Techniquest at this point, but we could have happily spent the whole day here if we just had a break to go and get some food. You could bring your own food in and there was a little picnic area, but we decided to go to Pizza Express to grab some pizza before heading off to do the rest of our activities for the day, and it was delicious. After Pizza Express, we made a quick pit stop at our Airbnb before the boys headed off to yet another rugby final. This one I think was Northampton and Bordeaux. They said the atmosphere was absolutely amazing. Everybody had a wonderful time, so it's creating lovely memories for the two boys. Myself and Isla went off to do something different while they did this, and we had just as much fun as well. So this is where me and Isla ended up. We went to do a little bit of pottery painting here at Peggy's Pots. It was a really lovely place. All the staff were so friendly. Before we came over, this was something I really wanted to do with her, and I did need to check if it would be possible to post the things to Ireland because they wouldn't be ready for another 2 weeks, and they were so helpful and it was no problem to get that organised, so I highly recommend it. It was all such a lovely experience. Isla really enjoyed herself, and we've got lovely memories to keep with us forever. So after a wonderful weekend spent in Cardiff and Swansea, we were on our way home back to Ireland. We were very sad to say goodbye to Wales. We had a fantastic time. I feel like we packed lots into such a short time, but that we had fun with everything we did, and all the things we did were stuff that were quite different than what we would do in Ireland, so we all really appreciated getting away and getting that little break from everything. We were heading to the ferry to Pembroke again to catch the ferry back to Fishguard. It was another glorious day, so we were hoping for a lovely smooth sailing. Unfortunately, that wasn't quite to be. It was quite rough. There was quite rough seas going on. I will show you a few snips of what I caught through the window now shortly. But the waves were quite big, and unfortunately a lot of people were very seasick. So anyway, we got through it and it was absolutely fine. Me and Rian did get lucky enough that we had gone up on deck before they put out the warning that there was no one allowed up anymore because of the rough seas. So we got to enjoy that last little bit, but we were super happy to see land again when we got nearer to Ireland because it was a little bit of a tough journey.
Sorry, honey.
We were sitting at the side of the boat towards the front, so we didn't get the full force of the waves coming at the windows, so I did do my best to record what I could. I am lucky in that I have been travelling on boats for my whole life, so I am lucky enough that I do not get very seasick. But I know a lot of people really did have a tough time on this ferry trip, God bless them. So as you can see, the waves were quite big. We were so happy when we reached Rosslare Europort on our way back, and we were greeted by this absolutely gorgeous rainbow to welcome us home, which I thought was amazing. Well, we are back home now after a wonderful time in Wales. We are all pretty tired from our long journey. We are so grateful that we get the opportunity to go on these family trips, and we are even more delighted to have you guys along with us. We will be back to our normal Irish adventures from now on, but we thank you so much for coming along with us, and we hope to see you again soon for more of our Irish life.